Kazakhstan has chosen the multi-vector integration. Its trends, collisions, and prospects are coming up in the Single Market Program.
Today in the program, business ties of Kazakhstan and Germany. Navigator, global leaders in air transportation. Agro trends in EAEU. Big opportunities of small business. Hello, I am Yerke Bulan Bekmukhambet. You're watching the Single Market Program. Germany. Kazakhstan has a wide range of cooperation with this European country. They're the banking sector, the opening of German industries and joint ventures in the territory of our republic, the transfer of technology as well as participation of Germany in such areas as energy, ecology, medicine and education. Our correspondent Anar Tastanbekova is going to tell about the joint Kazakh-German project named Business Communications.
Anar Tastanbekova.
Germany is on the top list of world leaders by the level of industrial development. Therefore, by attracting investments, introducing technologies, and adopting the experience of doing business from this European state, Kazakhstan creates a solid foundation for creating its own modern enterprises, producing competitive products, and providing quality services. Germany, in its turn, working closely with Kazakhstan, forms for itself a stable market of high-tech equipment, the transfer of managerial competencies.
На фабрике работает 5 человек. Ну там все на конвейере, оно просто без остановки идет 1-2 человека там.
Kazakhstan-German educational project, Business Communications, that has been working in Kazakhstan since 2011 under the auspices of the state program, Business Roadmap 2020, speaks about this mutual interest. Since 2016, the project Business Communications is supervised by the Kazakh National Chamber of Entrepreneurs, Atamekyan. The Business Communications is designed for SME leaders in priority sectors of the economy. It consists of 2 stages. At the first one, they are educated 2 weeks internally, 1 week in absentia. Ravil Mindubayev got training within this project last year. He's a sports master in tennis who trains young athletes. Several years ago, Ravil developed equipment that can improve the skills of owning a tennis ball. The uniqueness of the invention was confirmed by practice. The wards of the coach began to show high results in tournaments. The Wonder Simulator got the attention of professionals. We get orders from Ukraine, Moscow, Uzbekistan. We are expanding. Kazakh tennis market is limited, it is not big. Therefore, the only way out for us is to expand abroad. After passing the first stage of the training, the participants of the educational project, Business Communications, must present their business plan to the Commission, which includes Kazakhstan experts and experts from the German Society for International Cooperation. The authors of the most successful business plans can participate in the second stage that provides a business internship in Germany. We visited 10 enterprises during a month of stay in Germany, starting from small family business, finishing with Volkswagen. We were taken to the workshops, we saw all the robotics. It looks very impressive. To be among the participants of this project, one should have an active business in the priority sectors of the economy. They are the processing sector, construction, light industry, transport, tourism, agriculture, education, and IT services. We are now working in the framework of the President's program, Digital Kazakhstan. Our mission is to increase productivity in companies, organize activities, and automate business processes. I am a doctor. I teach at the medical academy. I'm engaged in translations from English. At first, I simply translated. Eventually, decided to open a legal entity. Now it is possible to combine both healthcare and English. Of the 550 people who participate annually in the business communications, only 50 are able to continue their studies in Germany. As practice shows, the Commission selects entrepreneurs whose projects are the most relevant and have development potential. Anar Tastanbekova, Bakhidjan Bakhriyev, Anatoly Valuski, especially for the single market.
Airline.
What are your ideas when you hear this word? A state-of-the-art airliner that stands in the air harbor and is ready to take you on a journey. Well-trained staff able to provide passengers with a comfortable flight. Or is it primarily reliability and security? In any case, I think that you'll be interested to know who is who in the World Airlines rating. Our observer, Alexander Galiev, is ready to share information with you on this topic.
Наш обозреватель Александр Галиев готов поделиться с вами информацией на эту тему.
I think you will agree that a good airline is a collective image, where all elements are linked, from the convenience of registration and comfort on board to food quality and safety. In this sense, Skytrax polls, on which the ratings of airlines are based, is one of the most authoritative. More than 20 million passengers took part in it. 335 airlines were mentioned, and the final rating included 100. So what is the best airline of the world rating according to Skytrax version this season? Singapore Airlines, which last year ranked second. Qatar Airlines is on the second place. By the way, last year this airline was the leader of the rating. The third position belongs to Japanese All Nippon Airways, the fourth to Emirates. Taiwan's EVA Air is on the fifth place. The positions of regional leaders remained unchanged. Lufthansa is the best airline in Western Europe, as well as Air Canada in North America, and Singapore Airlines in Asia. The Russian Aeroflot is the leader in Eastern Europe. It heads the regional rating for the 6th year in a row. As for Central Asia, the Kazakhstan Air Astana, which has received 4 stars from Skytrax several times, is recognized as the best airline. In this connection, a rhetorical question arises. Will the Kazakh airline succeed in maintaining the position of the regional leader if it is privatized as planned?
Если ее приватизируют, как это запланировано. А теперь о некоторых фактах.
Right now, let's talk about some facts. From January to April 2018, the total number of international trips, according to the World Tourism Organization, increased by almost 6% compared to the same period last year. This is the best result for the last 10 years. In 2017, commercial airlines carried slightly more than 4 billion passengers, and in 2018, this figure could reach 4,360 million.
4 миллиарда и 360 миллионов. В Казахстане динамика еще лучше.
In Kazakhstan, the dynamics are even better. In just 5 months of 2018, the number of air passengers transported has reached 3 million people. This is 12% more than the same period last year.
Периода прошлого года.
Instead of a resume, as countries do not close borders, openness is beneficial for both the tourism industry and the airline industry. This means increasing competition and creating better conditions for air passengers. That's it for today. My name is Alexander Galiev. Agro-industrial complex. This sector plays an important role in the economics of the countries of the Eurasian Economic Union. Therefore, the positive trends that it demonstrates today in the territory of the EAEU are a good opportunity for a thorough discussion of the industry's prospects in terms of integration. Moreover, this summer, leading experts from the countries participants of the Union gathered in Almaty to discuss the ways of development of the agro-industrial complex. According to the last year's results, crop production became the sectoral leader of the agro-industrial complex in the territory of the EAEU. At the same time, the total gross output of the product has grown at once according to several types. The volume of grain amounted to 164.8 million tons, of sunflower 10.5 million tons, of vegetables 24 million tons, potatoes 41.5 million tons. The increase in output in the countries of the Eurasian Economic Union occurred in the livestock sector. The changes are striking. Previously, we depended on imports, and the share of imports was different in different countries, but it was significant and influenced our domestic market. Now we got rid of it. Nevertheless, despite certain successes in the agro-industrial complex, problems remain in the EAEU countries, the roots of which grow out of the common past. It is about the cost of the formation of a market economy, when the liquidation of large-scale, specialized farms happened, and the general interest in small-scale production began. Now we see and science shows that even in market conditions, not a planned economy, it is possible to create these clusters. It is possible to form this cooperation. It can be different, vertical, horizontal ones. We need to teach our farmers to work in such a system in an organized manner. To significantly change the situation, a new approach is needed, and this was discussed at an international conference held in Almaty in July. Scientists, agrarians, and profile economists from the countries of the Eurasian Economic Union gathered here. The conference participants discussed the realities and perspectives for the development of the agro-industrial complex in the integration space. It was decided to develop common standards in the field of introducing technologies, forming an integration market for agricultural products, and considering sectoral priorities as well as achieved results in distribution of production in the agrarian sector of the Eurasian Economic Union. If Kazakhstan is the main producer of grain, then we have to bet on it, because Kazakhstan is better at it, and we do not need to load our fields with grain and so on. We will better buy grain at a cheap price in Kazakhstan, and we will produce the products that Kazakhstan needs. For example, dairy products such as kefir, yogurt, cheeses in which Kyrgyzstan excelled. By the way, Kazakhstan, besides the resources in the grain sector, has an export potential in the production of meat products. Sugar, fish, cereals, pasta, and sausages are supplied by Russia. Armenia delivers fruit, canned goods, and honey to the foreign market. Belarus, like Kyrgyzstan, provides partners of the integration with dairy products and agricultural machinery. The Minsk tractor plant, which could have been closed, sold, and so on, today is the 5th in the world in terms of output of tractors. One of the proposals adopted at the Almaty meeting is the creation of the Eurasian Agrarian Academy. The implementation of this project will enable to consolidate the entire scientific potential of the Integration Union and share with the partners the accumulated experience. It will be an educational platform where the scientific research institutes of our countries will participate and implement joint projects. The agro-industrial complex plays an important role in the economy of the EA-EU countries in terms of variety of soil and climate conditions, the area of agricultural land, food security, economic priorities, export potential, and human capital. Today, the period has come when the profile sector should take an active part in the integration processes. This will allow the Eurasian Economic Union to develop more effectively one of the most important sectors of its economy and become competitive in the world market. Elena Orlovskaya, Bakhidjan Bakhriev, especially for the single market.
Малый бизнес к этой сфере относится...
Small business. This area includes enterprises with no more than 100 employees and an average annual income that does not exceed 680 million tenge. Medium business assumes a staff of 101 to 250 employees, and the average annual income does not exceed 6,800,000,000 tenge.
6 миллиардов 800 миллионов тенге.
In Kazakhstan, small and medium businesses are represented in all sectors of the economy, and every fourth tenge in the gross domestic product of the country goes from this sphere. Elmira Negreeva visited one of such enterprises.
На одном из таких предприятий.
This plant for the production of heating devices was opened in Almaty in September 2015. They produce aluminum radiators. Today, this is the only enterprise in the Republic that specializes in the production of radiators made of aluminum. Aluminum alloy is corrosion resistant, which allows us to use our radiator and autonomous heating systems both open and closed. The initiators of this project had to gradually modernize the production lines. For example, a painting line was purchased last. With its installation, the process of technological re-equipment of the enterprise was completed, and simultaneously work on obtaining a certificate of conformity began.
самого сертификата понадобилось...
To get the certificate, it took 2.5 months to pass certain necessary checks and get a document confirming the certification of products in Kazakhstan.
Документ, подтверждающий сертификацию продуктов в Казахстане.
To develop and create a radiator model, the company attracted Kazakh and Russian specialists. The production of the radiator starts with an aluminum profile consisting of the alloy AD31, which contains more than 97% pure aluminum. Such a composition increases the anti-corrosive properties of the product. Later, the profile is sawn using a circular saw. At this stage, the size of the finished product is determined.
In the
case of high stained glass windows installed by our customer, we produce low-grade radiators. That is, we produce them from 200 to 800 millimeters, where accordingly we have an advantage over foreign analogs. After that, the radiator assembly process is carried out. All connecting elements are made on a turning lathe. All radiator connection parts are manufactured here, right up to the packaging shop. Everything is done under control. Everything according to the sketches. Everything is done at the factory from the beginning to the end.
Упаковки, все это делается на заводе, на одном предприятии, никуда не вывозится, и все это под контролем.
Therefore, the share of Kazakhstan content in these products is very high, more than 97%. Quality of these radiators is also high. Each element is tested for rigidity and compliance with specified parameters, and finished products undergo crimping. This is a test under high pressure. We check from 25 to 40 atmospheres and selectively to 50 to 55 atmospheres. Each radiator undergoes this test. Only after checking the radiators are sent first for painting and then for firing. This final stage of the production process lasts 15 minutes, and the firing occurs at a temperature of 180 degrees. By the way, the company provides customers with colors and even a pattern of finished products.
We
use ultraviolet printing with various drawings that are fashionable in the market today. They order radiators matching the interior, wallpapers, the interior of their room. Thanks to the uniqueness and high quality of the products, the plant managed to create a rather impressive customer base. The largest orders come from construction companies. By the way, not only from Kazakhstan, but also from neighboring countries.
We have
exports to neighboring countries such as Kyrgyzstan and Russia, where we supply radiators. The customers are permanent, therefore we consider their wishes at the beginning of the season every year and leave our stocks.
Мы учитываем их пожелания в начале сезона и оставляем складские запасы.
Among the export destinations, the Russian market is most actively mastered here. Kazakh products have a chance to receive orders from the cities of the Urals and Siberia. There is a perspective to enter the markets of Mongolia and China. Therefore, today there is a work to increase the plant's capacities. The plant plans to expand its territory, increase production, and purchase new technological lines. The company's top management builds these perspectives considering its capabilities, market demands, and trends that are observed in the industry.
Мы хотим закупить покрасочную линию, что сократит.
We want to buy a paint line, which will reduce the time and work and remove the human factor. We will bring this direction to automation, as well as automatic machines for manufacturing of some kind of connecting things.
Вот, также автоматические станки по изготовлению соединительных каких-то вещей наших.
The optimization of production will make these products even more competitive. This perspective promises the enterprise to consolidate its positions in the market and increase its export potential. Elmira Nigreeva, Anatoly Valyutsky, Almaty, especially for the single market.
На сегодня это все. С вами...
That's it for today. My name is Yerkebulan Bekmuhambiet. See you soon in the Single Market Program.
До встречи в программе Single Market.